highly touted rivals. It's an intriguing race, this Betway Challow. It is a Grade 1 race, and the man to call them is John Hunt.
Thank you, Nick. Yeah, one more turn should do it. Never, ever fails this race, does it? Always throws up a really good horse or two and/or an exciting finish. Let's hope we get both here this afternoon. Starter then is ready for them. They walk forward for the 2018 running of the Betway Challow Novices Hurdle. Doesn't look as though anything's mad keen to go and make the running here. We'll see how this develops once the tape goes back, but they're just inching forward. Nobody striding on with great purpose to the tape. And the tapes go back, and we have a standstill start. So the starters let the tape go, and he did so about 10 seconds ago now, but they're still refusing to break into a canter. Something will, or someone will have to go on shortly. And it's eventually Cateson who has a little wobble, and now Kulanli goes on. So a somewhat farcical start to the big race of the day. The Betway Challow Novices Hurdle is now underway, and Kulanli has poached a lead. Paddy Brennan decided enough's enough, and he's taken up the running here from Cateson in second place. Alsa Mix is in third, followed then by Getaway Trump. Getaway Trump with Nestor Park. Champ at the back end of the field with Bruin Up a Storm, as they head then down towards the first of their 10 flights of hurdles. Kulanli, for last year's winning stable, Fergal O'Brien, up and over the first flight of hurdles and absolutely soared over it. Huge jump from the leader. Kulanli touchdown with that advantage over Cateson and Alsa Mix second and third. Getaway Trump is in fourth place. Champ behind him, Nestor Park and Bruin Up a Storm stand side as Kulanli comes down towards flight number 2. Kulanli over that one safely. Getaway Trump not 100% fluent in behind him, in fifth place now. Alongside him, Nestor Park is taking a very keen hold, and Champ, I suppose somewhat predictably, switched off at the back end of the field, but still himself taking a little bit of a hold early on here, as Kulanli will arrive at the third flight of hurdles with a lead of 2 lengths. Kulanli over safely. Cateson a little awkward in second place. The grey, more distinguishing grey ahead of the darker grey Alsa Mix alongside stand side. The other 4 all in a heap in behind them. Nestor Park, Getaway Trump, Champ with just the one behind. That one is Bruin Up a Storm. They're all very tightly grouped up though in behind Kulanli, who leads them now past the judge and on to their final circuit in this Betway Challow Novices Hurdle. The group Grade 1 feature of the day. Kulanli leading up by a couple of lengths to Cateson and Alsa Mix. Alsa Mix to the outside of Cateson. Champ and then Getaway Trump. They're the next pairing. Nestor Park on the wide outside, and Bruin Up a Storm and Richard Johnson last of all, but well in touch. Racing now towards flight number 4. Kulanli with the advantage. Kulanli, Alsa Mix jump fluently on the wide outside. Cateson, Getaway Trump, Nestor Park and Champ within a length of each other, those 4, and another length and a half back to Bruin Up a Storm as they come now to flight 5. Kulanli, good jump from the leader. Alsa Mix, she's there on the outside of Cateson. Champ behind them. White Cap, the McManus Silks alongside Getaway Trump. Then Nestor Park and Bruin Up a Storm's well in touch. Heading now to the penultimate flight of hurdles on the far side of the track. Flight number 6, Kulanli over that one sharply. Led from Cateson and Alsa Mix and Champ. Bruin Up a Storm and Getaway Trump, and Nestor Park is now the back marker. 1 more to take on the far side before the long run for home. This is 4 out. Kulanli kicked into that and just put down slightly on Paddy Brennan, but came out of it with a slender lead over the 2 greys, Cateson and Alsa Mix, and the favourite Champ back in 4th place. Bruin Up a Storm directly in behind Champ. And then on their outside is Getaway Trump, still very much in this. Nestor Park is the back marker as they make their way now down the side of the course. There's a very long run here towards the 3rd last flight of hurdles, the first in the home straight. Down that side of the course they go in the Betway Challow Novices Hurdle, and Kulanli who sprung the start after the whole field waited a good 20 or 30 seconds, but Kulanli decided to take the bull by the horns and leads the field into the home straight as Alsa Mix goes into second place. In third is Cateson. Getaway Trump next, and Champ just sits and waits on their inside. That was Barry Geraghty's favoured route earlier in the afternoon. Behind him is Brewing Up a Storm and Nesta Park at the back of the field to 3 out. Kulanli with the advantage from Cateson. Champ moving closer. Alsa Mix, she comes under pressure. Brewing Up a Storm and Standside. Getaway Trump in this. Nestor Park is the one who's been left behind as they now accelerate down towards the second last flight of hurdles in the Challow. Cateson drawing alongside Kulanli. We'll find out what Champ's got in a moment. Just look at Getaway Trump down the stand side. Brewing Up a Storm tries to go with them as well. And now this long run down towards the final flight of hurdles. Getaway Trump still going strongly. Champ on the far side. Cateson giving everything between the two rivals. And then Brewing Up a Storm as they head over the last. Champ, Cateson, Getaway Trump. Champ just in front. Half a furlong left to go in the Challow. Champ driven right out here. Champ from Getaway Trump and Cateson. Champ, his great one race comes his way. Favourite wins the Challow. Might be the first of a few.